Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here, and welcome on into my long-awaited video for every reference and Easter egg inside of the X-Men X Mansion set releasing very soon. There is so much in here, just like every other Marvel modular has had, and there are time codes and chapters if you want to check out the different themes and groupings that I've put everything together in for this video. Also, before we get started, I just want to mention and shout out a couple of people who helped with this list. Henry, Leo, Penn Plays, Chris from Brickset, and Jay from Jay's Brick Blog. Let's start off with just basic Marvel stuff. On the outside, of course, on the lawn, there is this sign that says Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters. We have above the door frame Mutandis, which is Latin for with things changed that should be changed, or once the necessary changes have been made. Right beneath the X-Men logo, underneath the large middle arch, that says established in 1963. That is the first year that the X-Men made their comic debut. In the back alley, we have a cardboard box that has the Trask Industries logo on it. There's also, of course, the comic cover from Days of Future Past being referenced there with all the wanted signs, but instead of it saying slain, it says collected to make it a little more kid-friendly with Lego. Also on the same sticker, you've got the word mutant with the circle slashed out. Inside, there's a few things like the Mutant Registration Act newspapers on the floor. In the classroom, we have a reference to M-Day, which is written on the chalkboard. In the lab above, there is the legacy virus cure that's being worked on, presumably by Beast, which we'll come back to. As well as in the corner, for Cerebro, there's a 2x4 sticker, and it looks like the Earth is there with something orbiting it with the letter M there, so presumably that is Asteroid M. Let's talk about the characters referenced in here. So first of all, we have a first class portrait there that's hung in the lobby, as well as a first appearance comic. Two of the people are actually missing from the set, Beast and Angel. The latter we still have yet to get physically. And we're actually going to go alphabetically. You see that we just started with Angel. Next up would be Apocalypse. And underneath the X-Men logo in the lobby, there is a golden pyramid build. Two of the X-Men's most iconic villains are referenced together on the back of the blackboard, which is revealed through the window in the back alley. There's the symbol for Ashir in Sabah Nur, which is a cult of Apocalypse's followers. We've also got a red diamond for Mr. Sinister. Beast appears hanging upside down, teaching a Zoom class, which is why he isn't physically in the set, although he probably has the most references to him than anyone else. He has a medical science book in this bookshelf in the hallway. Both accessories from the Marvel Series 2 minifigure series are included. We have a yellow cup that's been dropped on the floor with some coffee there, as well as on the desk, there is a microscope, which is the exact same build from that series. He also has his fedora included in the garbage can. And the last reference to him, I believe, is in the Wanted posters. You could see him being featured there alongside of Cyclops, Gambit, Storm, Cable, Jean, Magneto, Rogue, and Old Man Logan. Charles and Eric have a photo of when they were opening up the school. You'll notice that Charles is also still able to walk here and stand in the photo. In the back, we have a Dazzler poster for one of her performances. There's a Creole cooking book for Gambit. Also for Gambit, in the Danger Room, there's a couple of different stickers referencing 4 different things. One of the stickers says UX266. This is for Uncanny X-Men issue 266, which is Gambit's first appearance. Jubilee has a stick of gum in the bedroom, and there's actually 8 different studs included representing a full stick of gum, all scattered throughout the set. So there's 5 of them in the top roof of the building. There's one underneath the classroom floor, and there's one hidden on the second floor elevator. And the last piece is a chewed piece that's been discarded in the garbage bin. There's also a cut list for Nightcrawler. And up above that, there's this poster as well, which is, I think it's like an actual artist, Florian Bertmer. So I think that's cool that that was Legoized here. Pixie's reference with the Pixie was here. Psylocke is referenced in the set here with the sword above Wolverine's bed, which could also be a reference to Silver Samurai, the designer said. Some people have said now that it's Deadpool. Some people are also saying that it's the Muramasa blade that Wolverine kills Sabretooth with in the comics. Pyro has scorched the back exit sign there, and it says Pyro. Sentinels are referenced a couple times throughout the set. Of course, obviously physically, but there's a sticker for the schematics of a sentinel, as well as an outline of the mansion, alerting everyone where the sentinel is located and has attacked and damaged the mansion. They're also featured on the newscast, asking whether or not they're keeping everyone safe. Back to the danger room, we have a sticker that says 141965. This is referencing the Sentinel's first appearance in issue 14 from 1965. In the top roof, there's actually some plants there referencing Storm's garden, and of course there is a toad included on top of the garbage can referencing Toad. And also underneath the bed in the laboratory, you could see that there's a 2x3 tile of an x-ray of his hand with the claws coming out and all the adamantium infused to his skeleton. From the movies, there's a couple things. Of course, we have the door design that seems to be very much inspired by what we see all throughout the films. A chessboard is included for Eric and Charles to play, which we see in numerous films. This one, I might be reaching here, but there's a blue needle included in one of the drawers in the lab, which we see Jean actually inject Logan with when he first wakes up in the mansion. Of course, there's a little build for the Statue of Liberty. Alkali Lake is referenced on a calendar. I guess they're sort of going on vacation or visiting it, I guess here. There's claw marks on the floor outside of the mansion, seemingly like Wolverine is doing that same move that he does during the motorcycle chase from X-Men Origins Wolverine. First class is written for Beast class that's being taught in the classroom. There's a coin included in the garbage can, which is a reference for Magneto's coin. Pretty dark if you ask me. And underneath the classroom, there is Charles Xavier's business card, which we see referencing this scene from X-Men Apocalypse. On the Days of Future Past poster, the design for Logan looks to be more like what we see from the film Logan. Shout out to Bodhi for suggesting this, and I love it, and I'm 100% all in on this. The boombox included in the bedroom, I'm gonna draw that line and connect it to Deadpool 2 when he's apologizing to Colossus, just because I love that that would be a reference to Deadpool, but also a reference to Colossus. And he's outside the mansion. It just really fits, I think. Moving on now to the TV shows. In the Danger Room, again going back to the tiles, we have E92131. This is the Earth designation to the animated shows like X-Men and Spider-Man. The design for the whole building, by the way, is based off of X-Men 97. We also have a basketball net and ball included in the back, and we see them playing basketball in both the original show and 97 in the first episode. We, of course, have the sad Wolverine meme that you're able to recreate with that 2x2 portrait of Jean and Scott. And there are turrets in the lawn, which I thought were sprinklers in my review, but people pointed that out. According to the designers, they saw it in some cartoon, but I'm not sure exactly which one it's from. Let's talk about Lego Marvel here. This includes stuff from previous modular buildings and how it's connected here. So starting things off with the Danger Room again, we have E13122. This is the Earth designation to Lego Marvel's universe, the same universe we see in Across the Spider-Verse, as well as according to an official handbook of the Marvel Universe. It is the Earth designation for the events of Lego Marvel Superheroes from 2013, as well as Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. Of course, we have a 1x4 brick with the Technic holes there, allowing you to fix the Bugle's mistake. This was actually caused by the problematic placing of the electrical box in the Bugle, which makes a return here in this set. That's a part of the opening the door feature for the Danger Room. There's a broken part of the mansion that can be fixed. We're going to be doing that in a separate video, but that's the same that you're able to do from the Daily Bugle as well as Avengers Tower. In the straight out front, we have a black lamppost, which is different than the regular white ones for modulars. These are specifically, I guess, now a part of the Marvel designation. We also have a fire hydrant, which is the same design that we've been getting before. And we also have the iconic garbage bin in the back. There's a few rules when creating modulars. There always needs to be a way to access every single floor. So something that the Marvel ones have done, instead of having staircases and taking up space, they have little elevator facades that we've seen in the Bugle and Avengers Tower and now with the mansion. They actually all share the same design, and even like the little buttons on the side, the lights up above. And that also means that every floor here is wheelchair accessible for Charles. There's a few similarities and connections to the Sanctum Sanctorum, which is designed by the same designer, Justin Ramsden, which we'll talk about in a bit. But the air conditioners in the back look very similar to those from the Sanctum. And also, like in that set, it is a part of a play feature here. There's a travel brochure for Japan in the classroom. It has the same pamphlet design as the one that we see from the Sanctum. And just like in the Sanctum, there's swappable walls for the Danger Room, which we saw with the portals and different things for the Sanctum. The X-Jet from earlier this year is referenced from this little drawing in the classroom on a chalkboard. Aunt May's wheat cakes make a return here in the drawer of the lab. One of my favorite things each year is the news reports that we're getting in these sets. So the newscaster who has appeared in a couple of them has now been revealed to be a mutant. You could see he's got 3 arms, but also just the whole news channel has been appearing in a couple of different sets over the years, besides the Marvel modulars, including a 4+ Spidey and His Amazing Friends set. A pop can is included, and I just thought I'd mention this. Every single Lego modular has had a pop can. Last year I put out the theory that maybe we were collecting different colors of them, like Infinity Stones, but this is not a new color. It would have been nice if it was, to actually prove that that was a thing. And lastly, I'm hoping that this is going to be a new yearly tradition, but you could see that we have, again, going back to that first appearance comic, that 2x3 tile, we actually saw this first happen last year when they included the first issue comics for the Avengers. So hopefully, if we get more Marvel modulars, which I'm thinking we will, they continue this tradition. The last section here that we're going to talk about is Lego, and there's a couple really cool references and connections here. So again, going back to Justin Ramsden, he likes to sneak in a lot of different things into his sets, one thing being a red cup. And unfortunately, while it again appears in the elevator shaft, this is going to be the last time that he's able to do this, because I guess people have been complaining about being confused why there is a red cup here, like what's going on. Basically, Lego is not going to allow him to include that anymore, which I think is really dumb, because what's the difference between the red cup and something else random that's being included that someone doesn't necessarily know or is able to recognize? Anyways, speaking of other red things included, we have the classic Lego Superheroes fire extinguisher. Also, that Trask Industries box is a reference to Justin Ramsden, who includes a bunch of cardboard boxes in his sets. Also, the basketball net in the back is the same design from Apocalypseburg, which was also designed by Justin. Unfortunately, he was not able to include his chicken parm reference, which is really frustrating, because again, if there was a kitchen, probably could have been included here. And if you didn't know, he's one of the reasons that we're sort of getting more and more classic space helmets. He specifically has included different colors in other sets, like this purple one. So he did try to get a recolor here to get a light bluish gray helmet included for the bust, but that would have had to come out of the budget for the set, so he just stuck with white. Just going back to that 2x3 X-ray scan before, you'll notice that the skeleton there is actually the classic Lego skeleton design, just sort of representing how old Logan actually is. I think that's a really fun detail. And the last thing is that there's 24 bags included in the set, which means that you can make this an X-Men Xmas advent calendar. And in bag 24, technically the final day, Magneto is included, which means that it's sort of like he's the Santa Claus figure for the advent calendar. Anyways, everyone, that is every reference and Easter egg here included in the set. Comment down below which one's your favorite, as well as if I missed anything. But be sure to subscribe, turn on the bell notification so you don't miss out on future Lego Marvel and X Mansion videos. We've still got a lot to go through and cover, but you can find a playlist linked at the end here that'll be continuously updating while more videos come out. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Hope you all have a great day. We'll see you all in the next one.